Hello, everybody, and welcome back to more political chatter. In this video, we will be talking about the Iowa caucus results. Very interesting but expected results coming out of the state of Iowa. Of course, the Iowa caucuses occurred on Monday night, and I haven't had an opportunity to make a video about the results of Iowa until right now. If you saw the CNN town hall with Ron DeSantis yesterday, I was there, and that was an all-day event going there in New Hampshire, as I live in Connecticut. But now we can finally look at the results of the Iowa caucus in a video. So, as expected, Donald Trump won the state of Iowa. Let's see if I can pull up the final averages from Real Clear Politics, what they're, who they were expected to, how they expected each candidate to perform. So, Donald Trump won with 51.0% of the vote. Ron DeSantis came in second with 21.2%. Nikki Haley came in third with 19.1%. Disappointing for Nikki Haley. Vivek Ramaswamy won 7.7% and promptly dropped out after. Ryan Binkley won 0.7%. Asa Hutchinson 0.2%, and Chris Christie, who had withdrawn but was still on the ballot, won less than 1%, and then less than 0.1%, and then write-ins won 0.1%. So, a big win for Trump, but as I said, expected. Looking at the final Real Clear Politics polling averages, they had Trump at 52.5. That's a 1.5 overestimation. They had Nikki Haley in second, over DeSantis. They had her at 18.8, but still, she did outperform, which is interesting. She outperformed by 0.3%. But the big outperformer was really Ron DeSantis. He was expected to get 15.7%, and he ended up overperforming by about 6%. So not bad for him at all. Vivek Ramaswamy was expected to get 6.8%. He won 7.7%. And Asa Hutchinson was expected to get 0.8. He finished with 191 votes and 0.2%. So, obviously, a big win for Donald Trump, but and that was expected. But what really matters right now is the second place candidate, and I must say I did call Ron DeSantis coming in second and Nikki Haley coming in third. No one really else did. All polls were showing Nikki Haley in second over DeSantis, but you've got to remember this winter storm, the snowstorm that went all through Iowa, really deterred a lot of independents and Democrats from caucusing for Nikki Haley because they really don't care that much, and they're more likely to answer Nikki Haley in a poll than actually go out and caucus for her for 2 hours, and that proved to be exactly true. And Ron DeSantis overperformed, and he won second, even though he was not expected to. So, not a terrible night for Ron DeSantis, but it's not like that. It's not like a 3-point margin between DeSantis and Haley will really help DeSantis in New Hampshire. To do well in New Hampshire, DeSantis would have had to really come close to Trump, and he really didn't come close at all. I mean, Trump dominated like he was supposed to. So it really shouldn't affect New Hampshire at all. It's not like those voters will care about a 3-point difference between the second place and third place candidate. And DeSantis should he shouldn't expect to do very well in New Hampshire just because he won second place in Iowa. But then again, now Nikki Haley might have actually seen a boost because she has momentum right now in New Hampshire. I think that she would have gained some more traction if she won a strong second place, but that is not the case. But polls are still showing a pretty close race, and it doesn't really appear that this Iowa caucus has affected that race so much because there weren't any surprises. It's not like any candidate overperformed significantly, and it's not like any candidate underperformed significantly. So looking at New Hampshire, it shouldn't change all that much. Right now, Trump is ahead by 13 on average. I think it's going to be a bit closer. Right now, Trump on average has 43. Haley has 29, but this could narrow up in this last week. In just under a week, it's what, Wednesday today. New Hampshire votes on Tuesday. I will be going up to the primary or to campaign events and everything on Saturday and Sunday. So I will probably be posting videos from that event or from these events. I'm going to um, definitely a Nikki Haley rally in Keene on Saturday, and definitely a Trump rally um, in Manchester, New Hampshire, on Saturday. Also different times, and I think I'm going to a Dean Phillips rally in Nashua, also on Sunday or on Saturday, a bit earlier than the Haley rally. But I'm gonna try to go to as many as I can. But I'm getting off topic. But looking back at New Hampshire again, uh, I mean, this has um, Trump up by 13 on average. But this is including still polls with Chris Christie in, because remember, Chris Christie just dropped out like 2 weeks ago, less than 2 weeks ago. So, um, so Nikki Haley, I think it's definitely going to be close than 13 points, and that's what polls are showing. A new poll, people question the accuracy of it, but a new poll had both Trump and Haley at 40%. But going back to Iowa, that's what it means for New Hampshire. But going back to Iowa, analyzing the results a bit more and what it means for the rest of the primary. So Trump dominated statewide. He only lost one county. Nikki Haley won a single county. DeSantis won 0. How many votes did she win that county by? 1. That is funny. Especially Johnson County. I think it's really funny because Elizabeth Warren in 2020 won one county in the state of Iowa, in the Iowa caucuses. It was Johnson County. So Johnson County now has a reputation for voting against the winner of the state. Being not even that, but just being the lone county to vote for someone. But, I mean, some of these places were expected to be so much closer than they were. I mean, DeSantis was supposed to not win, but really run up his numbers in this northwestern portion of the state. And then he was expected to, I shouldn't say expected, but people were underperforming, or what's the word? But he ended up overperforming expectations in these more populated cities where Haley was supposed to dominate. I mean, Polk County, Haley should have won second place, but DeSantis lacked in northwestern evangelical country of Iowa. I mean, this county, in Sioux County, Trump didn't finish in the top 3 in 2016. Not in the top 3. It was Cruz, Rubio, Ben Carson. But this time around, he wins by 14%, 45 to 31 to 16. I mean, 59 to 28, 64 to 16, 63 to 17. He just absolutely dominated in the Northeast. So, I mean, this means that um, that evangelicals and really just Christians in general, those who are faith driven, their votes at least, are on Donald Trump's side. That was an area of concern when this primary was expected to be actually close. A year or so ago, there was the question of whether Christians or faith voters, I guess we could call them, would stick with Trump or not stick with Trump, but would they go for Trump or go to DeSantis? And that is the campaign that DeSantis has been running, a faith-based campaign. But this proves they are with Donald Trump. Ron DeSantis was not successful, but what saved him was his pretty good performance in cities. I mean, Story County, this is one of the most populated counties. He won 26% to Haley's 30% and Trump's 34%. Not bad. In Polk County, he won second place, and he almost won. He was so close to winning second place in Dallas County. So, and that was probably due to his ground operations. Never backed down his super PAC, put so much money into having people on the ground door knock, getting people out to vote. So that is what saved him. But looking at 2016 in the Iowa caucuses, Ted Cruz. I guess we can't get to it, but Ted Cruz was able to win the state of Iowa, and Ron DeSantis has, I don't know if he would be running if Ted Cruz didn't do so well in 2016, because he is very comparable to Ted Cruz on policy, on the type of campaign they're running. And DeSantis was hoping that he really could replicate or come close to replicating what Ted Cruz was able to do in a lot of these rural, more traditionally conservative states, and take them away from Trump. But he was not successful. But following Iowa, we had two candidates drop out, Vivek Ramaswamy and Asa Hutchinson. So sad to hear the news about Asa. He is finally done. So we have, if you don't count Ryan Binkley, even though we love Ryan Binkley, we can't really consider him a major candidate, unfortunately. But he did outperform Asa Hutchinson. CNN had a whole graphic for Asa Hutchinson, on their projections and stuff. And Asa ended up winning 0.2%, while Ryan Binkley, who did not have a spot on the graphics, won 0.7%, more than triple that of Hutchinson. So, we are down to three main candidates plus Ryan Binkley, which is pretty insane to think about. We have come so far. But it really did feel so quick. When you think about it, it felt so quick. But Trump won 20 delegates. Ron DeSantis won 9. Nikki Haley won 8. So as of now, Trump is leading with delegates. Of course, he has one state, popular vote, whatever. But we are just down to 3 candidates. Pretty insane. Candidates who withdrew during primaries. Vivek and Asa. And then here's all of our early dropouts. So it'll be cool to see how many write-in votes they get. Chris Christie won 36 votes at least, which is cool. So thank you all for watching this video. Those were the results of the Iowa caucuses. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.